part of me coming here and taking on this challenge. We're getting a different style of play, a different way of doing things, and hopefully that'll improve me, that'll take me on. It's something I was so used to how Burnley played. I was ready for a fresh challenge. You know, it was a fantastic time there and a fantastic football club, but I was ready for something new, and I feel like it stretched me a little bit, and I'm hoping that'll continue. We
just thought we needed that experience heading into the Premier League. You know, it's going to be a tough season. We know it's going to be a tough season. Someone that's been there, that's played the game at that level, and who's going to be an influence in the dressing room, that we thought that was going to be a major factor, and Tom fits all them bills. Just that consistency that we needed mainly. Cuts and the detail that he goes into in terms of the training, the matches, he's right up my street really. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. It's a slightly different style of play, which is something that I wanted to take on. Also for my international ambitions really. There was a strong department at Burnley. We had Anders Lindegaard, Adam Legstins, Nick Pope, Joe Hart, myself. So it was 5 senior goalkeepers, and I've come here, and as I say, it's a similar dynamic with obviously Lovra, Nee, Jed, and myself. So yeah, it's been good. As I've always said all along, it's great to work against different styles, different ideas. We have open debate, open discussion on how we can all get better and the different strengths. And yeah, it's great to be part of that. It's a strange one being a goalie coach, because obviously you've got that, I want him to play every game. And then you've got Jed underneath him. I want Jed to get back in the team. Do you know what I mean? And underneath him, I want Boyan to go up one. So you wanted to push everyone. 4 internationals all want to play. They all want to be first choice goalkeepers, and you have to kind of develop sessions that do cater for all of them and coach them individually throughout those sessions. Like you're talking Tom in relation to Kalinic, who's totally different in the way they've been brought up, the way they've been coached, and the way that they actually play the game. So you've still got to be able to install the details into them, but in a slightly different way. A lot of your energy goes into your first choice goalie, but you've got to be thinking about the others that are there and giving them the same details. But when you're getting in towards 2 days before a game, then my major priority is Tom. I think the most important thing is that we try and give our goalkeepers all the clubs. So it's not, I don't think it's a matter of how you play, it's a matter of being able to see the pass when it's on and being able to play that pass. So it's not just about having all the clubs, but seeing the pass. We join in a lot of possession drills. We do, most mornings we'll be out 9:45, 10 o'clock for half an hour, 40 minutes on distribution. Just that repetition of practicing the different types of distribution. And then all of a sudden you see him clip one to a second pocket fullback, or you see one play through the lines that we haven't been doing yet, and you're like, oh, it's working. It's just a matter of time. You keep doing it and scanning and seeing pictures, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you can see the picture and you can play the pass. So it's just a matter of, like you say, that repetition of keep doing it and practicing until it becomes second nature. All of a sudden, you're driving one, you're switching one, you're whipping one, you're hitting a front one with a low backspin drive. And it just takes time, and it's just repetition. I think the manager here likes to play when the opportunity arises. You know, we've talked about the different areas of distribution, especially when you're starting from a dead ball at a goal kick. But again, the manager still has a pragmatic style. You know, if it's on, he wants you to do it. He wants you to look for the out balls, but not force it. And I think that's been a big thing for me. You know, we're not in a situation here where it's play at all costs. I have to say, my own personal opinion is that's a dangerous game to play when you're playing at all cost. I think you've still got to find the right outlook and the right options inside the game. And thankfully here, the manager's been fantastic and cut in terms of pragmatic solutions to it. My best performances come out when I've got a sort of a smile on my face and finding that enjoyment, finding that sort of performance zone for a match day. And to do that, I like to be repetitive in my preparation. You know, sort of similar hours sleep the night before. Similar times pre-kick-off eating. I have a little sort of hours sort of mental preparation on my own, away from everyone, sort of 4 or 5 hours before kick-off. And if I'm honest, no matter if I wake up feeling not so well, or feel I've got a little niggle, or I feel great, I always try and find that preparation puts me in the same place for every game. And I think, you know, over the years I've felt relatively consistent, and for me it's down to that. It incorporates a small video, a little sort of highlight video of different parts of my game from previous years, a little bit of visualisation in terms of the game coming up, a little bit of visualisation about previous games,
a few affirmations in there, a little bit of breathing in there, and it's become sort of second nature for me. And strangely enough, if you give me the choice between doing that or doing an actual warm-up, I'd do that every day of the week, yeah, and go out and play, 'cause it just puts me in a place where I can play. I do set some personal goals, you know, aims and objectives really as I look at it. And yeah, the England thing is certainly massively high up on the list. You know, touch frustrating at the moment with a little niggle that's kept me out. It's been 2 international trips on the bounce, which have been frustrating. But again, that's part of it. That'll certainly make me hungrier for next time when March comes around. So yeah, I mean, I always sit down, have a sort of short-term, medium-term, longer-term sort of goals that I'm looking to hit. But I've learned over the years you've got to be flexible with that. It's okay striving for it, but again, you don't want it to sort of become a stressor, if you like. You've got to have it in the background and be working towards it every day.
Is there anything you would have changed in those young years? Would you have made that move from Man United sooner if you could, or were you glad that you got the grounding you did?
The honest answer is I don't know. If I was totally honest, I did try and leave a little bit earlier. But at the time, I didn't really have a strong enough reputation for anyone to pay compensation. The club wanted to keep me there, which made it difficult to leave. That said, the experiences that I got there, the foundation, the understanding, would I want to take that away? I'm also not sure. You know, being you know, third choice keeper for the Champions League winning team in 2008. You know, seeing how the top players do it in Moscow that night at the very highest level was an incredible experience. You know, would you want to take that away? No, you wouldn't. But I knew at the time that it was the right decision to go. I knew that I wanted to forge my career. The biggest thing for me has always been playing. You know, I've chased that all throughout my career. You know, the loan spells. I've played in every division now, all the professional leagues, and I'm quite proud of that journey. Really, you know, to go and sort of earn your stripes a little bit. You know, if you look at it, it probably took longer than most. I was probably a bit delayed with the start. I feel like I'm sort of getting to that point later on in my career, but I feel great at the moment. So to come back to the Premier League and be enjoying it, I still feel like I'm getting better every day working with cuts. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and yes, the journey's been a long one, it's been a winding one, but as I say, it's one that I'm proud of.